Hey, Opal. I'm really sorry to be doing this so suddenly, but I have a little favor to ask you and would like you to come straight home after school. Can you please bring me my wallet from the house to the hospital, and maybe a few days worth of clothes for me as well?
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why should I have to do that for you?
Well, because I'm actually in the hospital right now, you see. I had a little fall at home. In fact, it was lucky the mailman found me when he did and called an ambulance. But anyways, I'm here getting examined by the doctors.
Are you serious? Well, what did the doctors find? Was anything serious?
No, nothing that serious. But they said that I've been working myself too hard lately.
That's really what they said? That you've been working too much?
Yes, they said that I've been overexerting myself. I guess they found I wasn't getting enough to eat either. So, anyways, they are going to keep me here for monitoring a while.
Wait, what? But how can that even be? I mean, you don't even work. You're just a housewife. What kind of overworking could you possibly be doing when all you do is lie around the house? I mean, if anyone is working hard, it's Dad and I. Do you have any idea how much homework I always have on top of all my club activities?
I know that you're busy too, and I don't mean to upset you with this, but the fact is that I'll be in a hospital for a few days and need my wallet and some clothes.
You have got to be freaking kidding me! I am not going to go to the hospital just to do that for you! In fact, you better leave the hospital right now and come pick me up.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Do you not have any windows in your hospital or something? It's raining cats and dogs outside, so hurry up and pick me up from school.
I thought I told you to take an umbrella with you when you left the house this morning.
You did say that, but you never gave me one before I actually leave. You should have handed me one before I left.
Are you really going to blame me for not getting you an umbrella? You know where they are in the house.
And so do you. So why didn't you get me one? You're my mom and it's your kind of job to do those kinds of things for me.
Excuse me? Just how do you figure that?
It is literally the only thing you have to do around the house. And it is still really coming down. So quit lazing about in the hospital bed and come and get me. Honestly, you really can't just be so useless, do you know that? Maybe I'll just have to get a ride back home.
Why should a middle schooler be riding a taxi all the way home?
Maybe because my mom is too lazy to come and pick me up from school even though I've asked her several times.
I don't even know what to say to you right now.
And it's your fault for forgetting your wallet too. But don't worry, I'll be sure to pay the driver with your money. And I'll take some for myself for all the trouble you have caused me.
You better not do that, young lady.
Why? You're the one trying to make me run all these errands for you when you're just resting in a nice bed right now. So if you want your clothes and whatever else you need, you can do and get it yourself. I'll be using your card to pay for my meals while you're in the hospital too.
Hey, I just got your message. What is this I hear about you falling on the floor? Why would you do this to us? What is the matter with you? Do you realize the trouble you're giving us?
I don't know what you want me to say, Frank. The doctor said that I've been working too hard. In fact, when I told the doctor about my daily schedule, he was surprised that this hadn't happened to me sooner.
Are you kidding me?
You do know that I get up 3 in the morning every day to go to the docks and buy the fish from the local fishermen so that I can cook meals for the day, right? I make lunch for you and Opal, and I always make sure that I have enough time to make the lunches you both will like. Then you typically ask me to help you get everything ready for you to work. Then you told me that I needed to do some research at home to figure out good gift for you to buy for clients that you were meeting with. And by the time I finally finished all that I had to do in a single day, I only had an hour to sleep. It's no wonder I passed out.
You have no idea what you're talking about at all. You're just a housewife. You don't even do anything. How could you say that you're overworked?
Frank, what do you mean? How could you say that?
I mean that you're doing nothing compared to all the work that I've been putting in to take care of our family. You have no idea all that I do to keep us afloat. How dare you even try to say that you're doing as much work or even more work than me, because I do all this and I still have never collapsed from exhaustion. So you go ahead and tell that quack doctor that he can go ahead and shove it.
I am not going to tell the doctor who had been helping me here any of that. And I really don't think that you should be trying to counter advice from a doctor.
Oh, just shut up. You're just wasting time at the hospital. Get back here right now. There's no need for you to even be there.
Look, Frank, the doctor told me that I need to stay at the hospital to rest until I'm better. The doctor said that if I can get enough rest, I might only have to be here for a few days and as long as a week.
Are you telling me that you're going to be at the hospital for an entire week?
Well, the doctor showed me the results of my blood test and said that my blood pressure was really high.
There's no way that you should have to take a whole week just to rest. Just what are we supposed to do at home while you're there?
I think that you two are just going to have to take care of each other this week. It's not really that long. I'm sure the two of you will be fine. Anyways, could you please come to the hospital after work? I need my wallet, insurance card, and some change of clothes.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You think that I'm going to give you what you need for a whole week vacation while I'm at home working my butt off? You really don't know what being a housewife means, do you?
I'm not trying to take a vacation, and certainly not in a hospital.
You really need to learn that you owe everything to me. Do you got that? And that's why I work so hard for us. Not that you would notice with how you laze around the house. But I am not going to stand for this. I want you to come back home right now. This is an order from your husband.
Hey, Opal, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that a doctor said I could go home tomorrow. So could you please tell your dad? I don't know why, but I can't seem to get a hold of him.
Wait, what? You're going to leave the hospital from tomorrow? I thought you were going to be there for a week.
Well, the doctor said that I was supposed to be here for a week, but your dad insisted that I come home. I told the doctor what your dad, and he said that I could just rest here for a few days and then go.
Well, I'm afraid that you're telling me this way too late.
What do you mean I'm telling you this too late? Don't tell me that you've already ordered a whole week's worth of meals.
It's nothing like that, but Dad and I have gone on a vacation. Since you were going to have to take a rest, Dad and I went to take a trip of our own.
Hold on. You mean that your dad and you are out traveling right now?
That's right. After all, nothing was going to get done at home without you being there. But don't worry, we'll left plenty for you to do when you get back home. But the vacation was all Dad's idea. We wouldn't get the house dirty anymore and we could eat whatever we want. Not only that, but since we're in a hotel, the staff is going to take care of us the whole time while we are here. But you better get the house clean for us when we go back.
But I don't understand. Why would you go and take a trip like this? Did you really not want to take care of the house that badly?
Of course not. That's not our job, it's yours. So why don't you hurry home and start cleaning? Dad works hard at his job. I work hard at my school. So why do you think that you get to take so much time off your work just because you're feeling a bit tired?
Well, what about your school and work now that you both are on the vacation? You can't just say that you're going to take a week off at the drop of a hat and then disappear.
Dad just called the school and told them that I'm going to be taking 1 week break, but I'll be missing a big test because of this. So when we get back home, you owe me a big apology for missing that test because you weren't at home.
Oh, come on. How is that even my fault?
It's your fault because Dad says that it is. He says that you need to apologize to him for making him use 1 week of his time off as well.
You both know that the whole reason I'm in this hospital is because I was working too hard, right? And now you think you can just tell me to get back to work and to apologize to you both? Not only that, but you both just ran off on a vacation while I was in the hospital?
If you weren't getting enough rest, then that's your fault, and you should have thought about that. You're old enough and you should know how to take care of yourself.
How dare you talk to me like this?
I really don't have time for this. I have a vacation to enjoy, and it's too late now to change our plans. So enjoy cleaning up the mess we left you. And while you're cleaning up the house like you should have been doing this whole time, Dad and I will be enjoying our time off.
Okay, fine. If you're going to be this way, I understand.
Good. And don't worry, we left you some leftovers in the fridge that you can have. And oh, don't forget to do all the laundry and wash all the sheets and towels too.
Oh, don't worry. I'll clean everything so much that there won't be a trace of anything at all.
What does that even mean?
Don't you worry about that. You just enjoy your little trip, okay? I have to take another blood test, so I have to go as well.
Hey, Mom! What the heck is going on? What is all this? The house, it's all gone. All the furniture and the appliances, where have they all gone?
Well, you told me that you wanted me to clean up the whole house. So after I got out of the hospital, I went home and did a big cleaning. I told you I wasn't going to leave a single trace of anything, didn't I?
Are you kidding me? I would hardly call this cleaning up the house. Did you damage your brain when you fell or something? I just thought you were going to clean the house and take out the trash and stuff like that.
Oh, don't worry. I made sure to do all of that too. I took out plenty of trash.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean you two, a husband and a daughter who didn't care at all if their wife and mother were okay in the hospital. I've gotten rid of the trash. That is you two. That's why I threw out all of your things. They were just trash too. In fact, I threw away just about everything that either of you would have even touched.
Are you kidding me? Do you really mean that you threw out all of our stuff? We're your daughter and he's your husband. You just said so yourself. How could you do this to us?
What are you talking about? Why are you acting like I owe either of you anything? You both heard that I had passed out and was in the hospital, and your first instinct was to go on and take a vacation? Neither of you have ever said a single word of worry about me. I don't owe you two anything.
Oh, come on. Are you really going to pretend like this is okay to do just because we weren't worried enough about for your liking? You literally threw away all of the appliances in the entire house. You're like a child. Do you think this is any way for an adult to act?
You really don't know how anything, Opal. You see, when a real adult gets mad, they do things much worse than what I do.
What is that supposed to mean? What did you do?
I didn't just get rid of all the appliances, you see. I also sold the house, but at least you don't have to pack your things now. But you should know that you two won't be allowed to live in that house for much longer.
Are you kidding me? Did you actually sell the house? What's the matter with you? How could you do that?
Well, I cleaned up the house that it looked so good that I thought I might just sell it. After all, the house is just another kind of trash that I associate with you and your dad now.
This has got to be some kind of joke. I don't know what kind of medicine they were giving you at the hospital, but you're crazy now. That fall really must have screwed you up.
What in the world are you even talking about? It was the medicine and treatment I got that allowed me to think straight. Why do you think I was able to get so much cleaning done in such a small amount of time? I can't even remember the last time that I felt that well rested and energetic.
Well, I'm going to go and tell Dad all about what you've done, so there. You are not going to get away with getting rid of our stuff and selling the house.
Hey, what the heck is this that I'm hearing about you selling our house? What in the world are you thinking? What's going on?
I mean, you summed it up pretty nicely there. I did exactly that. After I got out of the hospital, I went home and cleaned it out just like Opal told me to. Don't you think I did a great job cleaning everything up?
Give me a break. Do you really think you're going to get away with this? This is a crime. I don't care if you wanted to get back at us. This is taking it way too far. I don't care if we're married. You can't sell or throw away stuff that doesn't belong to you. Don't you remember that I was the one who bought the house in the first place? Just how do you even get someone to buy the house when your name isn't even on the deed? Either way, everyone involved in this is going to be getting sued. And then the person you sold the house to is probably going to sue you for fraud.
But there wasn't any problems because my name was on the deed. Did you forget? When we moved in, you said you didn't want to deal with the paperwork and gave it all to me.
But wait, are you telling me that you put your name on the lease while I was the one paying for it?
That's right. You paid for the house, but you were too lazy to check the paperwork, and so I put my name down as the sole owner.
Wait, I remember giving you all the sheets of paper from the real estate agent to sign.
That's right, and thanks to that, I was able to sell the house without any issues, and I was able to sell the house for much more than I so thought. So I'm going to use the money for the sale to restart my life.
This is just ridiculous. That's my money, so you give it to me right now. I don't care if your name was on the deed. I paid for the house.
Well, it's not that I don't understand how you feel, but the law is quite clear about the fact that I don't have to give you a single cent.
Are you kidding me? Why are you going this?
If you really need me to explain at this point, then it's not even worth the effort to explain. I'll send the divorce papers to your office. Be a dear and sign them, okay?
You think that I'm going to give you what you want? I'll never do that for you. You won't get away with this.
After that, Frank realized that he had more pressing things to think about, and he agreed to divorce me just to have less on his mind to deal with. Although, I heard through the grapevine that things were not easy for Opal and Frank after the divorce. The two of them desperately moved into a tiny apartment and began living off a cheap pre-prepared food. The rumors are not that only that their health took a massive decline after that, but Opal's grades also tanked after she got back from vacation. Frank also got lots of trouble with his job after he kept losing important documents that I normally would have prepared for him. I imagine that if he hasn't been fired, he's probably working in the basement of his office by this point. As for me, I used the money I got from selling the house to move into a nice condo in the city. I picked up a part-time job for the time being, but I've been living off from the proceeds from the house, making sure to get as much rest I need to feel back my old self. I've learned from this whole ordeal that the key to a happy and healthy life is to eat well, sleep lots, and have lots of fun. And I won't be listening to anyone who tries to tell me otherwise. I'll be too busy enjoying myself to listen anyways.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, I'll be working late again today, so don't bother with dinner.
What? Late again?
What's with that reaction? I'm always working late, aren't I?
Yeah, but today's my birthday.
You didn't mention anything about plans.
I thought it was obvious we'd spend time together. We always have.
Huh? So what?
We've celebrated my birthday together for the past 5 years.
Like I said, so what?
Even if you forgot today was my birthday, you could at least pretend to care. It just slipped your mind, didn't it?
Of course I remember it's your birthday. You're turning 40 today. But there's no point in celebrating some middle-aged woman's birthday.
Excuse me?
What? You're acting like I said something wrong.
You've never talked to me like this before.
Don't tell me you wanted to celebrate together. Stop acting so excited about aging another year when you're just an old hag in your 40s.
What did you just say?
Why are you getting so worked up?
Because my husband is suddenly treating me like I'm worthless.
I mean, I'd understand celebrating if it was some cute girl in her teens or 20s. But what's fun about celebrating a 40-year-old's birthday? I didn't even feel like getting you a present.
People can enjoy their birthdays at any age, and you're being awful, calling me an old hag over and over. I can't believe you talk to your wife like that.
Last year, you didn't make such a big deal about your birthday.
Last year, you brought me flowers and took me to dinner.
Yeah, well, that was then. This is now. Ugh, to think my wife is some woman in her 40s. Why didn't I even marry an older woman? I wish I could go back to before we got married.
What? Are you saying you regret marrying me?
What else do you think I meant?
After 5 years together, this is how you really feel?
Obviously. It's hard looking at your bare face every morning, and your body's all saggy now. Having a wife like you, all I have is regret. Once you're in your 40s, doing your makeup won't be enough to cover up how old you are.
How could you?
You asked how I really feel, didn't you? I'm just being honest.
I never asked to be insulted.
Man, all my friends have young, cute wives and seem so happy. Why did I end up marrying someone 7 years older than me?
What's with that attitude? You're the one who pursued me, saying you liked older women.
Huh?
You chased me for months, said you loved my maturity. In the beginning, I was concerned about our 7-year age gap too, but you said I don't mind at all. You convinced me that it didn't really matter how old we both were. That's why I gathered the courage to marry you. Why have you gotten so cold towards me since we got married?
I was just going through an older woman phase back then. People's preferences change over time, don't they?
A phase? Our marriage was just a phase to you? So I'm not your type anymore? You don't love me anymore?
Do you really need me to spell it out?
Yes, actually, I deserve that much.
Stop being so annoying when you're just an old hag. Anyway, I'm going back to work. You can celebrate your birthday by yourself.
Tom, we need to talk about this. At least tell me what changed. Tom? Happy birthday, Sarah. Finally joining the 40s club. I've been waiting ever since my birthday came first. Thanks, Kate. It's nice to have friends who still celebrate with you at this age. Don't say it like that. 40 is the new 30. I wish Tom felt that way. Doesn't he? Hey, we should celebrate with some drinks soon. For now, enjoy your evening with Tom. Actually, I'm alone tonight. Looks like my 40th birthday is starting with a lonely evening. Oh, really? Did something happen? He's working late again. Hey, why don't you join me for dinner? We could go get some nice wine to celebrate my birthday. I'm up for it, but what about Tom? Aren't you two celebrating together? He says he's working late again. Plus, he told me there's no point in celebrating a 40-year-old's birthday. He said what? Want to hear something worse? Tell me everything. He said I shouldn't get excited about something like a birthday at 40. He didn't even get me a present and doesn't want to celebrate. You're kidding, right? You can enjoy your birthday at any age. That's what I thought too, but Tom seems to think differently. About that, there's something you should know. What is it? What's this about working late? That's strange. Considering how quickly he left the office today, he clocked out at 5 p.m. right on the dot. What? You saw Tom leaving work on time? I was going to tell you the next time we met, but I actually changed jobs, and coincidentally, now I work at Tom's company. Really? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I just started last week. I was planning to surprise you. Though we're not on the same floor, I'm actually his superior. And today I saw him leaving earlier than anyone else. I thought it was sweet, assuming he was rushing home for your birthday celebration. Well, he's definitely not at work right now. Hey, can I ask something? How much overtime do people usually do at the company? Oh, why are you asking that? Tom's been staying late at work a lot lately, including tonight. I hate to be suspicious, but I wonder if he's really working. Sarah, I need to be honest with you. What is it? To be honest, hardly anyone works overtime. The company has a zero overtime policy, and upper management works hard to maintain that. That's one of the reasons I chose to transfer here. What? Then where has he been going all this time? He's not at work right now, is he? No, he's definitely not here. Has this been happening often? I've only been here a week, but... But what? He's left early every day this week. And he told me he was working late every single one of those days. We have to look into this, but first, let's spend tonight together. It's your birthday, we should celebrate. I just made a reservation at this great wine bar I know. Thanks, Kate. And Sarah? Yes? Whatever's going on with Tom, we'll figure it out together. You should celebrate your birthday to the fullest, no matter your age. Tomorrow's your day off, so let's drink to our heart's content tonight. Forget about Tom. You're right, better than sitting here alone. I'll pick you up in 30 minutes. Thanks, Kate, I really needed this today. That's what friends are for. And Sarah? Yes? Save those messages from Tom, just in case. You think something's really wrong, don't you? Let's talk about it over wine. I'll be there soon.
Sarah, we're getting divorced. I'll let you off the hook for alimony, so just sign the divorce papers right now.
What? You can't just announce something like this out of nowhere.
I left the divorce papers in the living room cabinet. I won't be coming home today, so use that time to sign them and submit them.
You left early this morning just to message me something like this? And what's this about letting me off the hook for alimony? I haven't done anything that would require me to pay you.
Being old isn't enough?
Being old isn't grounds for divorce.
What? You've done plenty. You're 7 years older than me, an old hag. You made me feel embarrassed countless times because of that.
Excuse me? Name one time I embarrassed you.
You know how much I've been laughed at because you became my wife? My friends are always bragging about their young wives. Do you know how humiliating that's been?
Your friends knew my age when we got married. So what if your wife is older? You could have just said my wife is an amazing woman and stood up for me.
Ha! What's so amazing about you? There's nothing praiseworthy about a 40-year-old hag.
That's enough. You have been nothing but insulting lately. Didn't you used to say older women were more attractive and mature? You used to compliment me all the time.
Maybe that was fine back then, but things are different now. You're too settled down. It's boring being with you.
What? So I'm boring now?
Women should be charming, energetic, and cute. And it's even better if their skin is soft and smooth.
Sorry I'm not soft and smooth anymore.
Yeah, your skin is all rough and saggy.
I've been trying my best to keep up with you despite my age. I take care of my appearance and spend a lot of money on skincare.
Still, you can't compete with someone in their real 20s. May's skin is like heaven compared to yours.
Who's May?
Actually, I already have my next partner. She's a cute junior who joined the company as a new graduate this year. Once I divorce you, I'll be with someone in their 20s.
What? You're the one who should be paying alimony. So you've been fooling around with someone in their 20s, a junior at your company no less. You're completely at fault. Is this where you've been all those late nights?
Why should I pay anything? If you weren't an old hag, I wouldn't have cheated. So basically, this isn't my fault, and I don't need to pay anything.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, did I say something wrong?
Let me get this straight. You cheated and somehow it's my fault?
You got old. What else was I supposed to do?
Fine. I didn't realize you were such a dishonest person. Since you already have your next woman lined up, we might as well divorce.
For an old hag, you're being pretty reasonable. Old people are usually so stubborn.
Let's just say I'm good at moving on. That's something you learn with age. I'll go submit the divorce papers right away.
Great, thanks. Make sure you pack your stuff and move out right away.
What?
Obviously, we're getting divorced. This apartment is leased under my name. Once we're divorced, my ex-wife has no right to live here. I'm going to live here with my girlfriend, so you need to get out.
Excuse me? Aren't you the one who should be moving out?
Huh?
Don't tell me you've misunderstood something this important. This apartment is leased under my name.
What are you talking about? You're the one who's confused. We rented this apartment under my name when we got married.
Well, that was the original plan, but don't you remember? The landlord rejected you. That's why we had to quickly change it to my name.
What?
Check the lease agreement if you don't believe me.
There's no way.
This apartment has a great location, and the rent reflects that. With my higher salary as the older one, I could easily afford it. But it would have been a stretch with your income. Remember how the real estate agent said the lease had to be under the name of the person with the higher income?
Now that you mention it, I think the real estate agent did say something like that.
So this apartment is leased under my name. In other words, to use your own words, my cheating ex-husband has no right to live here.
No way, you're lying.
Want me to show you the paperwork? So you'll be the one moving out. I'll submit the divorce papers and you can go look for a new place with your mistress. I'll have your things sent there.
Oh no, this is terrible. She was looking forward to living in this apartment.
Oh really? Well, that's not my problem.
Please, I need you to move out. Let me take over the lease.
Why don't you just rent another apartment? You don't have to be fixated on this one.
Only lower floor units are available now. This is a pretty popular building, and she insists on this one. She fell in love with the view when I brought her here the other day.
Ugh, disgusting. You brought her to our apartment? This place suddenly feels dirty.
Then you should definitely move out. I'll pay for all the moving expenses.
And the alimony too, of course. If you pay for everything, I might consider moving. Whatever the reason, cheating is cheating. If you want a divorce, you're absolutely paying alimony. If you can't accept these terms, I won't leave this apartment.
How much are we talking about?
Enough to cover a new apartment, moving expenses, and compensation for breaking our marriage contract.
Fine, I'll pay everything. I'll pay it all. Just please give us this apartment.
Then we have a deal. I'll go submit the divorce papers right away. Oh, and Tom?
What now?
I hope the view is worth it. So, you're Tom's ex-wife. You're the greedy old hag who stole all his money. How dare you make my Tom suffer? Huh, so you must be Tom's mistress. Don't call me that. I am nothing like you. Oh, and what am I like exactly? I am Tom's wife now. We registered our marriage yesterday, and we're living together starting today. Is that so? Well, congratulations. I don't want congratulations from some old hag. If you're going to say anything, how about returning the money? Money? I haven't borrowed anything from him. Stop playing dumb. I really have no idea what you're talking about. Tom told me everything. How you threw a tantrum because you didn't want to leave the apartment. How you extorted a huge sum of money from him. Poor Tom had to lose so much money just to get rid of his ex-wife. Oh, so that's how he explained it? What's that supposed to mean? Did he tell you why he paid? Because you threatened him. You were trying to get revenge, weren't you? But your petty old lady tricks won't work on us. What's so funny? Just remembering what it was like to be young and naive. Money can always be earned again, and we both work for a major company. Unlike you, we're still young. We'll get regular raises and eventually become a power couple. You can just keep collecting your retirement money, you divorced old hag. My, young people really are fearless, aren't they? Or maybe just optimistic, or should I say completely clueless. You're definitely showing your age, little girl. What did you say? Don't talk down to me just because you're older. You probably think everything's going to work out perfectly, don't you? Stealing a husband from a 40-year-old woman living in your dream apartment as newlyweds. But you know, life doesn't always go the way you plan, though I suppose a stupid little girl like you wouldn't understand that yet. You're not making any sense, and stop calling me a little girl. I am a successful career woman. Tom and I are going to have a perfect life with 120% happiness. We'll be together at work, together at home, and I am so happy being with the person I love 24/7. About that work situation, I hate to break it to you, but you're both about to get fired. What? You're lying. Wait and see. Why would we get fired? You're seriously not making any sense. Wait, is this early onset dementia or something? What an incredibly rude little girl. But I suppose you're a perfect match for a cheater. Take that back. Why, it's true, isn't it? We did nothing wrong. Really? Nothing at all? What are you implying? You'll find out the details at work. See you. Wait, what do you mean? Answer me. Hello? I delivered the termination notices this morning as planned. They both went completely pale. I even gave them a warning, but I guess they weren't prepared. You should have seen their faces. Tell me everything. May started crying. Tom just kept stammering excuses. I couldn't believe Tom's affair partner was someone from the same company. Thanks for letting me know right away. When you told me, I had a bad feeling, so I investigated. They were doing whatever they wanted during work hours. We don't need employees who aren't serious about their work. So I'm glad we could handle this. They must have been pretty reckless to get caught in just a few days. They thought they were being subtle. How bad was it? They were chatting during work hours, using meeting rooms for personal use, and even having their rendezvous there. When I presented all the evidence, they quickly accepted the termination. I can't believe they were doing things like that at work. Neither could HR. Besides, I personally had issues with May. Thanks to this, I finally got to deal with her. Oh, really? That girl was quite problematic. She looked down on older female employees just because she was young. I was a particular target since I'm still single, and even though I was her superior, she often disrespected me. What a terrifying girl. You have no idea. She once told me I should hurry and get married before it's too late. At work? During a team meeting. Oh, God. Yep, once things settle down, we should have a congratulations on your divorce party. Or maybe a housewarming party for your new place. After all, you got quite a nice place with Tom's money, didn't you? It's bigger than my old place, and I really love it. I'll prepare some great food and drinks, so you should definitely come visit. Looking forward to seeing it. See you then.
Hey, Sarah? If possible, could you lend us some money?
What?
Please, we're desperate.
And you're asking me?
You got quite a bit from me with the alimony and moving expenses, so couldn't you lend us a little? We're both unemployed and struggling with rent. We'll pay you back as soon as we find new jobs.
I'm going to have to firmly decline. I won't lend you two a single penny.
Come on, you used to always grant my request. Where did that kind person go?
That was because you were my husband. I was kind and did everything for you because we were family. Plus, I wanted to be a good older wife, but now we're divorced. We're strangers.
We have history together.
History you threw away.
Yeah, but we only just got divorced. Don't turn cold so suddenly.
But you were praising me earlier for being such an understanding old hag. I understand my position now that we're divorced very well. This must make you happy.
Well, that's... Please, Sarah, just this once.
Ask your young wife's parents.
They won't help us.
Neither will I. Well, I guess we're done here. Enjoy your unemployed, newlywed life with May.
Sarah, wait!
Eventually, Tom and May had to leave the apartment they'd fought so hard to get. They frantically searched for new jobs, but their salaries dropped by 30%. Between the property division, alimony, and moving expenses, Tom was left practically penniless. May, being a fresh graduate, had almost no savings, making it impossible to afford the rent at the premium apartment. They ended up living in a small apartment, living quite modestly. As for me, I moved to an apartment near where my friend Kate lives, and we spend our weekends visiting each other's places, drinking and having fun on our days off.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.